Ladies, let me tell you something right now that might just change how you look at relationships forever. You want to know how to make a man chase you for life? Not just for a few weeks, not just during the honeymoon phase, but forever. It ain't about your looks, your body, your clothes, or how good you cook. It's about one thing, how you value yourself. A man will chase a woman for life when she refuses to settle for being anything less than what she knows. If you want a man to chase you for life, not just for a season, not just until he gets what he wants, but for life, then you've got to understand the power you hold. A man doesn't chase forever just because you're beautiful. He doesn't chase forever because you're fun or because you dress well. Those things catch his attention, yes, but they don't hold it. What makes him chase you for life is how you carry yourself, how you treat yourself, and how you demand to be treated. When a woman has standards, when she's not just out here trying to be chosen, when she chooses herself first, a man recognizes that he has to work for her. And not in a manipulative way, but in a way that activates his deepest desire to provide, protect, and pursue. That's who he naturally is. But too many women strip him of the chance to be that by doing all the work for him. A man will chase you for life when you make it clear that your life is full and whole with or without him. It's not that you don't want love. It's not that you're not open. It's that you know who you are. You walk into the room already complete. You're not looking for someone to fill a gap. You're looking for someone who's got what it takes to run beside you, not someone you have to drag to keep up. That kind of confidence is rare. It speaks without you saying a word. It's in the way you don't respond to mixed signals. It's in the way you don't waste your time on people who can't meet your energy. It's in the way you protect your peace, your time, your body, and your heart. A man will recognize that, and if he's a man of substance, he will rise up to meet it. You want him to chase you for life? Don't chase him at all. Stop texting him first every time. Stop making excuses for his lack of consistency. Stop giving him relationship benefits when you don't have a relationship. Stop lowering your standards because you're afraid of losing him. Because hear me when I say this, if you have to lower yourself to keep him, then you've already lost. Let him do the chasing. Let him pursue you. That's not being old-fashioned. That's being wise. That's how a man figures out what he's made of. And that's how you figure out what you're really worth. Men love a challenge, not a game, not manipulation, but a woman who knows her value and doesn't need him to complete her. That kind of woman is unforgettable. That kind of woman stands out. You want to know what really makes a man chase you for life? It's not sex. It's not looks. It's not even how you make him feel in the beginning. It's how you make him grow. It's how you inspire him. It's how your presence makes him want to be better. When he sees that he can't come to you with weak energy, with half-truths, with shallow intentions, he starts realizing that this is the kind of woman he wants to earn. You give him the gift of becoming more of a man. You don't mother him, you don't fix him, but you stand in your power so gracefully that he levels up just to stand beside you. You can't do that if you're insecure. You can't do that if you're desperate. You can't do that if you're scared of being alone. You got to fall in love with your own life first. You got to know that your worth doesn't decrease just because someone doesn't see it. You got to stop begging people to choose you when you haven't even chosen yourself. When you move like that, he starts to feel something he doesn't feel often in this world. Respect. A man who respects a woman will move mountains for her. He'll protect her, honor her, pursue her, and never stop chasing her, even when she's already his. And let me say this loud, never reward a man for the bare minimum. Stop praising him for texting you back. Stop clapping for crumbs. You are the whole cake. You're not lucky to have his attention. If he's got yours, he better be lucky you even gave him a second look. That mindset doesn't come from arrogance. It comes from growth, comes from healing, comes from waking up one day and deciding you will never again beg for love, for effort, for loyalty. You are no longer in the business of convincing someone why they should be in your life. If they don't see it, you let them go. If they see it and they're ready, they'll chase you, not just to catch you, but to keep you. You want to know why a man will chase you for life? Because you remind him of what's real. In a world full of surface-level connections, you bring depth. In a world full of games, you bring honesty. In a world full of noise, you bring peace. That kind of energy isn't easy to find. So when he finds it, if he's a real man, he won't risk losing it. He'll chase you because you're not like the rest. You didn't give him a free pass. You made him show up. You didn't bend your values. You stood on them. And in doing so, you became a mirror that showed him the man he wanted to become. So stay strong, stay graceful, stay grounded in who you are. Keep living, keep shining, keep evolving, because the right man will see that light and chase it, not because you begged him to, but because you made it clear you'd be just fine without him. And that's exactly what makes him want you for life. If you want a man to chase you for life, you have to understand how powerful you truly are. Not from a place of ego, but from a place of self-awareness and truth. A woman who knows who she is, who's confident in her worth and refuses to shrink herself for anyone, that's the woman who becomes unforgettable. That's the woman a man will chase, not for a few days, not just until he gets what he wants, but for the rest of his life. Because that kind of woman is rare, and men, especially real men, know the value of something rare. They don't let it slip away easily. You probably heard people say, if he really wants you, he'll chase you. But what they don't always explain is what actually makes a man want to chase a woman in the first place. It's not about playing hard to get or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about how you live, how you move, how you treat yourself, and what you allow into your space. A man pays attention to that. He's watching if you're willing to settle. He's watching if you keep letting people treat you any kind of way. He's watching if you give your time, your heart, your energy away to people who don't deserve it. And when he sees that you don't, when he sees that you protect your peace, your space, your heart, that's when he knows he has to come correct or not at all. Men are natural pursuers. That's how they're wired. But in today's world, with everything being fast and easy, so many women give in too quickly, hoping that by doing so, he'll stay. But it doesn't work like that. A man doesn't stay because you gave him everything up front. He stays because he had to earn it. He had to grow for it. He had to rise up and be intentional. That's what makes him valuable. That's what makes him fight to keep it. When something comes too easy, it's easy to forget. But when he has to chase it, when he has to work for it, when he has to prove something to himself to have it, he's not going to just walk away from that. He'll chase you because you made him become more. You challenged him, not with attitude or games, but with your presence, your purpose, your standards. A woman who stands firm in her standards is not intimidating, she's inspiring. And don't ever let anyone make you feel like you're asking for too much just because you're not willing to accept too little. You're not hard to love. You're just not easy to play with. And that difference will make all the difference in how a man shows up for you. You see, when a woman knows her value, she doesn't force anything. She doesn't over-explain. She doesn't beg. She simply walks away from anything that's not aligned with the level of love, respect, and energy she gives, and that's when the chase begins. When he realizes you don't need him to feel complete, he gets curious. When he sees you're focused on your goals, your growth, your peace, he becomes interested. When he recognizes that your life is full, your spirit is calm, and your time is valuable, he steps up. That's what triggers a real pursuit, not because you made him feel like a hero, but because you made him feel like being with you was a privilege, not a right. Men don't chase women who are always available. They chase women who know how to love themselves so well that he has to come with real love just to even stand a chance. And here's the truth. Any man can flirt. Any man can act interested for a little while. But not every man will commit to growing with you, protecting you, and showing up consistently. That's why you've got to be patient. You've got to observe. You've got to let him show you through action, not just words. And while he's doing that, you stay in your lane. You don't press. You don't overgive. You don't chase. You let the energy speak for itself. If he's meant to be in your life, he'll know it. He'll feel it. And he'll chase it not because you pushed him to, but because he knows what he sees in you doesn't come around often. That's the magic. It's not about playing hard to get. It's about being real with yourself. You don't fake boundaries. You live them. You don't pretend to be busy. You actually are busy. Busy building a life you love. A life that doesn't stop because of a man. That's what makes him respect you. That's what makes him realize that chasing you is not just about getting you. It's about keeping up with you, matching your energy, building with you. And that, my friend, is how you build something real. That's how you make a man chase you for life. Not because you tried to manipulate him, but because you inspired him to be better, simply by being you. He'll chase you for life because he knows that what you offer is rare. You offer peace in a world full of chaos. You offer truth in a world full of lies. You offer loyalty, love, depth, and care, but only to the one who's ready. And that's the difference. You're not for everyone. You're not trying to be. You are just being true to yourself. And that, more than anything, is what sets you apart. That's what makes you unforgettable. That's what makes him chase you, not for a moment, but for a lifetime. If you want to know the kind of woman a man will chase for life, it's not the one who bends over backward for him. It's not the one who gives all of herself too soon. It's the woman who knows her worth so deeply that she never feels the need to prove it. A man will chase a woman who stands firm in who she is. That kind of woman doesn't beg for love, she attracts it. She doesn't chase, she allows herself to be chosen by the one who's ready. And that's exactly why she becomes unforgettable. She moves with grace, speaks with intention, and lives in such a way that a man knows he's dealing with someone different. It starts with how you treat yourself. When you set the tone for how you expect to be treated, people fall in line. A man pays attention to the way you react to his effort or his lack of it. When you don't respond to inconsistent energy, when you don't reward bare minimum behavior that tells him everything he needs to know, you're not desperate. You're not hungry for attention. You're whole on your own, and anything someone adds to your life must be of value. That energy is powerful. That energy is rare, and it's exactly what makes a man want to keep pursuing you, not just to win you over, but to keep growing with you. The world is full of people settling for text messages instead of time, for confusion instead of clarity, for attention instead of love. But when a woman refuses to settle, she shines different. She demands more by accepting less from no one. A man sees that and understands immediately that you are not to be played with. You're not cold, you're just clear. And men respect clarity. The ones who aren't ready will fall off. The ones who are will chase. And not in a way that's temporary, but in a way that's steady and intentional. Because once a man sees that you live by a standard, he knows he has to meet it if he wants a place in your life. Men chase what challenges them to grow. A woman who brings peace but also pushes him to be better without saying a word, that's the kind of woman he remembers. She inspires him without controlling him. She supports him without losing herself. She listens without judgment and loves without conditions, but only after she's seen that he's worthy of that love. She's not afraid to walk away if her needs aren't met, not because she's proud, but because she's protected. She guards her heart, not with walls, but with wisdom. She doesn't open herself to just anyone, and that makes a man see her as something valuable, something worth chasing. Men don't fall in love with convenience. They fall in love with consistency, with character, with presence. When a woman knows how to carry herself when she's calm in chaos, when she holds herself with confidence, that energy lingers. She doesn't need to be loud or flashy to get attention. Her peace is loud enough. Her presence is loud enough. And a man feels that. He feels the difference between a woman who's seeking love to complete her and a woman who's already complete. The chase becomes more than just pursuit. It becomes a mission to prove that he's the right man for her. It's not about making him work for your love. It's about making sure he understands what comes with it. It's powerful, it's deep, it's healing, but it's not for the faint of heart. And that's okay. You're not looking to be liked by everyone. You're looking to be respected by the one who's ready to see you fully and still choose you. A man who's mature, who's grounded, who's ready for real love. He's not afraid of the chase. He's not afraid to be patient. He's not afraid to show up consistently to earn your trust and keep your heart. That's the kind of love that lasts. That's the kind of pursuit that never ends. It's not about games. It's about grace. It's not about control. It's about connection. And it begins when you stop chasing and start choosing yourself. When you step into your power and live in your truth, you make it impossible for the wrong ones to stay. And for the right one, you make it impossible not to chase. When a woman understands her power, the game changes. A man will chase you for life when he sees that you are not dependent on him for validation, for happiness, or for identity. He'll chase you because you move differently. You're not desperate for his time, his texts, or his attention. You are content, peaceful, and already in love with your life. And that energy, that independence, that confidence, it draws him in without you having to lift a finger. It makes him want to step up, to rise to your level, and to prove that he deserves a seat at your table. It's not about being unavailable or distant. It's about being selective. When you don't allow just anyone access to your heart, you make it clear that love from you is something to be earned, not taken for granted. That's what inspires a man to chase. When he sees that you're not moved by words alone, but by action, when he realizes that your affection is tied to consistency and effort, not charm or flattery, he begins to understand that you are a different kind of woman. The kind that isn't easily won over and definitely not easily replaced. A man doesn't chase a woman forever just because she's beautiful. Beauty might capture his eyes, but depth captures his soul. And when he sees you have depth, when your thoughts, your presence, and your values run deep, he starts seeing you as more than just someone to be around. You become someone he wants to grow with, protect, and build something real with. You challenge him in the best way. You don't demand perfection, but you don't accept less than truth. You allow space for love, but you don't give that love blindly. And that balance creates a dynamic where he knows he must show up fully or not at all. A woman who knows her worth becomes a mirror for a man. She reflects back to him what kind of man he truly is. If he's not ready, he'll run. If he is, he'll chase you, not to win you once, but to continue winning you every day. That kind of woman doesn't beg, doesn't compete, and doesn't lower her standards just to be chosen. She knows that the right man will already recognize her value without her having to scream it. The wrong man will never see it, no matter what she does, so she stops proving and starts living. A man watches how you handle yourself. He sees when you say no to things that don't serve you. He notices when you walk away from what doesn't honor you. That strength, that quiet self-respect is what ignites his pursuit. Not because you asked for it, but because your energy demanded it. A woman like that doesn't settle. She doesn't chase after someone who doesn't see her. She's not afraid to be alone because she knows being alone is better than being with someone who's not all in. That's what makes her so powerful. That's what keeps him chasing. Is not supposed to convince a man to love you. Love is shown in how he treats you when you don't chase him, in how he handles you when you're not making it easy, when he still chooses you, when he still invests, when he still shows up without being begged. That's when you know the chase is real. And not a chase out of pride or ego, but one born from respect and admiration. He sees your strength. He sees your boundaries. And he sees your value. That's what keeps him coming back. Not because he's addicted to the chase, but because he knows you are the kind of woman he wants beside him for life. When you live with purpose, when you operate from a place of self-love, when you protect your energy, men sense that. And the one who's meant for you, he'll never see you as too much. He'll see you as the motivation he's been waiting for. He'll recognize that having you isn't about checking a box. It's about becoming a man who deserves you. And that's why he'll chase. Not for a season, but for a lifetime. Because he knows women like you don't come around often. And when they do, only a real man is brave enough to pursue you all the way. Respect yourself loud enough for him to hear it. That means you don't have to announce it, explain it, or justify it. He'll see it in how you carry yourself. The way you move, the way you walk away from chaos, the way you protect your time, your body, and your heart. That speaks louder than any words ever could. When a woman has self-respect, it shows in her boundaries. She doesn't tolerate being someone's second option. She doesn't stay where she's not appreciated. She doesn't give chances to someone who keeps showing her the same patterns. Her respect for herself forces him to choose, step up or step aside. A man knows when a woman is not going to tolerate half effort. And if he truly wants her, if he values her, he'll respect what she respects. He'll follow her lead, not because he's weak, but because he admires her strength. He'll be careful with her heart because she's careful with it too. That kind of self-respect doesn't just attract love, it commands it. And when a man sees that you're the kind of woman who would rather be alone than poorly treated, he'll realize he has to earn his place in your life. And once he has it, he won't want to lose it.